Vision 2020 speech and at family reunion. And this is right around slides 60 through 64. And what it talks about is obviously the title, first step in the buying process. And you can see the majority of people are looking online. You can see in 2014 that 44% of people started their buying process by looking for properties for sale online. The next slide are the information sources that buyers use during the process. You can see websites were 93%. Obviously, where did buyers find their home? The web internet is playing more and more of a part in that. This is all pretty obvious stuff. More people are searching through their mobile device. And I mean, I personally do that as well. So make sure that you're using your consumer app, which we will be covering in a class this coming week. And then also, this is a really important one that I really wanted to kind of focus on, is when you look at the value of website features, you'll see that the first one that people want is detailed property information. The second one is property photos, property floor plans, neighborhood info, recently sold info, virtual tours. And look all the way down here where it says real estate agent contact info. Now, that's one of the things that I'm sure some of you guys are surprised about, because with websites, there's a lot of times where people will say, well, no. Like, that's why people go to my website, because they want to see me. It's all about the info that I have. And that's kind of been one of the big changes that a lot of folks have noticed is, so back in the day, it used to be that what really mattered was the brokerage that you were with. You had to have a big brokerage name, and you had to be with the biggest and the best. And then things started to shift a little bit. And then it became more agent-centric, whereas the brokerage was still played a little bit of a part, but it was really more about who your agent was. And the agent was the go-to source for all of the information. Well, now we're in today's age where it's less about the agent and more about consumers and consumer information, because there's a world of information that's out there. So there's some agents who like to hold that information back and think that they're in charge of it all, whereas they can do that, but the consumers are just going to go somewhere else and find the information. And so that's why we want to make sure that we're listening to what's important to them and giving them that. With that in mind, that's how they've developed our new KW sites. So I know that they don't have every feature in the world, and there's a lot of things that some people would like to do and have a blog of their favorite taco dip recipes, but that wasn't really important when they were reviewing what was important to the consumers. So that's why they're designed the way that they are. So let's keep that in mind as we're pressing forward. Cool?
I think that's a really important thing you're saying there, Adam. And most agents and most agencies are making those changes. I mean, we still have a major company in New Orleans that is posting plantations where slaves were on their front page of their websites, and things that are not about consumers. So these were designed to be 100% about the consumer, and that's why the main focus is right dead center, and it's the search every MLS across the country right there. That's why that's that way.
Exactly. I kind of I could guess on what brokerage you were talking about.
It would be hard.
Huh?
It would be hard to figure it out.
Yeah. I'm not going to name any names, but then also keeping in mind that mobile content, as we discussed earlier, most people are using mobile content. So I'll cover up the name of the company, but here's an example of bad mobile content that gets emailed out to people nonstop. So I would suggest to get an idea of what information is going to your clients, I would go ahead and use your personal email address and sign up through your app and see how you receive the alerts and put yourself on a property search and see the type of information that you're receiving, because that's what your clients are going to be getting. And then that way, when you are talking with them through a search, you already know what they're getting and what it looks like and how to properly interact with them. Okay. Good? Jeffrey, you're good?
Stop practicing on your people.
Yes.
Send yourself,
exactly.
I was just typing up, send yourself the email first so you know what it looks like and you see what it is. You should be receiving all the marketing you're sending your clients as well.
And if you guys don't believe me, you can read my shirt. It says Top Producer. I wore it specially for Casual Friday today. So that's how you know. That's how you know I'm in the lead.
We just hope you're wearing pants.
I'm gonna go ahead and share a window with you guys. We're gonna go back to this one here. Claire says everyone stand up. Unsubscribe. Did I share the right window? Yes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and work on our sites. For those of you who haven't seen them, this is a general idea of what your website is going to be looking like. So in Command, you'll see on the right-hand side, you click on Consumer. The reason it's labeled Consumer is because it works your consumer app, your consumer website, and your guide builder, all the consumer-facing sites that we have out there. What you're going to want to do is click right here on Create a New Site. Actually, no, you're not. You're going to click on Site and App Settings. Sorry. You can see in here that I've already added some information, but we're going to go through all of that. So when you click on Agent Site Options, make sure you have, I want to use the new KW Agent Sites. Now, some of this you guys have probably already done. This might be a little low level, but we're still going to go through these and share everything with you. So you'll scroll down and click Get Started. Sorry, I had to get a sip of wine. Okay, so when you start right here, with your subdomain can be literally whatever you want. I know there's one agent in our office who has floordelist.kw.com. There's one that is Russell Sells New Orleans or something like that, .kw.com. It can be whatever you want it to be. Mine, I kept simple and put it as my name. And as soon as you're done, just click Confirm. Down here is where you're going to have your basic information, obviously your first name, your brokerage information, and if you have a team or business name, your professional title, email, all that fun stuff. Your biography, I'm sure you guys already have that done. You can paste that right into here. A lot of this stuff is going to be pretty simple, straightforward. Am I missing anything important? Oh, in the compliance section, I guess that's to keep the LRAC happy. You would write something along those lines of that you're licensed in Louisiana. Is that right? Does that seem right?
Adam, what's the legal footer images?
Legal footer images is going to be if you guys wanted to add equal housing logo or the Realtor logo or any kind of other organizations that you're part of, you can go ahead and put those on there.
Back in the day, we used to have to put equal housing lender picture and fair housing and all this kind of, and the NAR logo at the bottom. And some states still have that, so we don't. You don't need to worry about it. You also need to say that each office is independently owned and operated, just like he says there.
Yeah, I got that. Good. So I'm compliant. And then this is the fun part right here, is you want to have a picture of yourself and if you have a team logo or a header logo and our office logo, you can see that all of them are exactly 360 by 360. Super cool. If you guys are struggling with getting your pictures to be 360 by 360, one thing that I would suggest is if you go to canva.com, you can log in with your Google account and create a new design. You'll just go 360 by 360 and create a new design. As soon as you do that, you can drop in whatever logos, pictures, images. I'll actually click it so you can see. They can give you different ideas of things. If you don't have a team logo and you'd like to have one, you can design that. Click in here, change your name. There you go. Download it. Now you have a logo that's 360 by 360. That was a quick sidebar. I hope you guys got that. And then you can add in all of your socialist media. So you can see I've got Facebook. I didn't put my Twitter because I probably swear too much. I've got my LinkedIn, Instagram, and I didn't put YouTube because I don't have any videos on there. So, and then they automatically put in your app link right here at the bottom. So you can see this is how everything's going to look for you. That one was pretty simple, painless. Let's test the waters. How's everybody doing so far on all that? Good. I see that Jeffrey said that he noticed I was using Chrome as my browser. Yeah, begrudgingly, I did download Chrome and use it because I love Safari. But I did find that KW command does work better in Chrome. And there are times where, they're continually working on the back side of this. So I've noticed that if I'm running into a wall, then I'll open up an incognito browser, because what that does is it's not tracking any of the cookie crumbles that they have out there. So it's a fresh new look at KW command. So it's not preloading anything that they think is supposed to be there. It's actually fresh new information. So as they change the backside of command, if you run into a wall, try using an incognito browser in Chrome and see if that helps out. Let's see if I got any of these other questions. Those logos do not have to be at the bottom of every page, but what you'll notice is that that legal footer becomes a widget that we will talk about a little bit later when we do landing pages. And you can put those at the bottom, but the legal footer should be at the bottom of every page. Isn't that correct, Jeffrey? Or at least one click away, something like that? Which one's more correct?
On the website, it's going to do it for you. So you load that in one time. It's going to put it in every time, which is probably the best practice on your website. On social media, they allow you to, they put this one click away rule because it's kind of hard. Your post ends up on social media or something like that. And as long as they can click through and get to something that says that kind of information, they're pretty lenient.
Okay. Cool.
But Keller Williams is going to do all that hard work for you. You just load that one time, and it's like a Showtime rotisserie grill. Set it and forget it.
Oh yeah, we'll go with that. All right, so we got the first page of our website done. Stress-free. Everybody got it, right? Cool. Let me jump back into here then. Can you guys see it still? Yeah? So in here, we're going to pick which theme we want. You can go with the bright red theme, which will change all this stuff to red. Or you can go with the dark theme like I have on here. And then your home page text. If you guys are doing this for the first time, your text is probably going to be different than mine. I chose to go with discover new properties. You can write whatever you like there. And then here comes the fun part where you can change things out. You'll see that there's different hero photos that I have in here. So you can upload different hero photos that you want. What you can do is you can actually go out with your iPhone 11 Pro whatever it is, and take your own photos, or you can do what I did and steal them. I stole them for free. So Unsplash is a website where you can get free high-resolution photos. So I would go in here and type in something like New Orleans, and there you go. Now you guys see where I got some photos from. Hold on, we have a question. Oh, okay, so yeah, you can buy them if you want. That's fine if you want to have your own high-quality photos. You can take them yourself. I've done that before. Or you can use free ones. It's completely up to you on what you want to do. And there's other resources that are available. This is just one that I found that I like. So when you add those hero images in here, they're going to be in this background right here. And they're going to rotate through every couple seconds on your home page. So it'll look similar to this. So I'll have a photo on there for a few seconds, 2, 1, and it changes to the next one. Ooh, wow, fancy. Now we've got that all done. Save and continue. Okay. Now this is where we start to customize things a little bit more. So you'll see in the pages that they have laid out here, there's one of a company profile, about me, contact us, all of that fun stuff. And throughout these, you can actually go through and customize each part. So you'll see on the title page where it says company profile, I can change that out and I can write it as let's see. It's for a group profile. And then I can also change the subdirectory. So if I were telling somebody to go to this specific page, I can change what it says. So instead of going to adamstahura.kw.com/company profile, I can change that to just profile or the Stahura group profile, whatever I want. And then the SEO description is actually an important part of helping your website be relevant on social media or on Google, but it's not anything that's going to be seen. So what you would write here is basically a narrative of what this page is about. So you would write kind of like the profile of the Stahura Group, a real estate team based out of New Orleans, Louisiana, working with Keller Williams Realty New Orleans in selling real estate as realtors. Yeah. There you go. You got some of the key stuff in there. And then you can see the content here on the side is where we change all that out. So where it says the company header, I'll just copy this and paste it right here. Changes that. I can put some information in here. And then once again, you're going to see 360 by 360. So you can grab a photo and upload whatever we've got. Let me find a photo that I can upload. Sorry, I missed the box when I'm trying to drag and drop it. You guys know how to upload a photo though, right? There we are. So this one has a little crop box on it. We'll set that image. There we go. And then we have an additional box down here. So you could, in this area, talk about your team or your services. And then down here, you could talk about your marketing or other services that you provide. There's actually a lot of information. What I would do here is talk about really your differentiation of what sets you apart from other people. And then down here, you can write some additional information about any marketing things that you do or how your marketing goes above and beyond what is normal. And then the footer is, you're not going to really need a lot of the stuff that they've already put at the bottom. So the footer, you can leave blank if you like. So we just went through that page. How's everybody feeling so far? If you only want one photo on your home page, you would just delete the other ones. But no, it wouldn't be different on the other pages. And if you have a problem with sizing photos, then you could just drop them into Canva like I showed you. Because once you have that 360 by 360 square, whatever you drop in there is automatically going to be there. If it starts to pixelate, then it just means that the photo is too small for 360 by 360, which is probably going to be hard to do. With the photos for the homepage, you can actually, if they're too small for there, then I would say find higher resolution photo and upload them instead of using a smaller one. Does that make sense? Kind of? Okay. We have a question about SEO. Can you use sentences? Yes, I would use sentences. And with the sentences, I typically, when I'm writing for them, I kind of overwrite a little bit, not necessarily in a conversational manner, but in sentences. And basically saying that I would say, like, Adam Sahura is a licensed real estate agent at Keller Williams Realty, New Orleans, and as a member of the national, and as a realtor focused on selling homes in uptown New Orleans. So it's a little bit longer of a normal sentence that you would just use of, yeah, I'm a realtor uptown. You're throwing a little bit more into there so Google can kind of read it and understand, oh, okay, I get this. This is what's going on. And if you guys look in the comments, Jeffrey Dusson Jr. Posted a link to a better explanation of SEO, probably better than what I just did there.
Yeah, and really, not to argue with you, but sentences are kind of a waste of time. Zip codes. Oh, Claire, sorry. That's because you're probably not a member of the KW Command group, which you're welcome to join. Zip codes, your name, team name, kind of properties you deal with. You're basically throwing hooks out there for Google to try to like direct searches to you, and you can use commas to separate words if you want. You can do all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
You can write sentences, but I wouldn't fret over it. Google's not good at reading sentences. It's good at picking up on words and phrases and numbers.
Yes. All the above. All right. Any questions so far? We're good? Cool. Like I said, this is all kind of pretty easy so far. I don't think I've lost anybody. Let's jump back over here. So then the About Me area, obviously all the same, pretty straightforward information. Everything that we just talked about there. And then your content. Obviously, you'd have your bio. And what I like to do is, instead of writing the bio directly in here, I would actually write it in either Notepad or Word or Google. With writing content like this, I actually prefer to do it in Google. So what I have on my Google Drive is a folder called Website. And then in Website, I'll have a folder for photos. I'll have a folder for content. And anything that I'm putting in my website, I want to make sure I have a folder of it. Basically kind of a raw, almost backup of whatever content I have on there, to ensure that if I ever have to go and re-upload stuff, or if I was typing all this out and it didn't save, then I'd have to go back and try to remember what I wrote and put all of it in there again. So I would make sure that you guys do this outside of the website before jumping into it. And then a contact page. Makes sense. Easy peasy. We're all done. That's it. So that's how you get your entire site configured. And once you have it done, this is how it's going to look. And you can see all of the fun content that we have on here. You can see all the stuff we put in here. Cool. Everybody happy?
Adam, what if you wanted to create more sites?
If you want to create more sites, that's a great question, Aaron. I'm glad you asked. We're jumping right into that. So once you have your site up and running, you can actually add more pages to your site. If you click on Create New Site, this can actually add a page onto your site, or it can create a standalone page. Now, adding something to your site might be if you wanted to, write about a specific neighborhood and have some static content on there at all times. Or what most people have been asking me about are the standalone pages. This is going to be considered a landing page. So the standalone page is where you would start if you were doing a landing page. A landing page is geared towards more marketing. So if you were to be doing a page that was geared towards a specific neighborhood or towards your app or whatever it is, that's where you're going to use a standalone page. So we'll go ahead and create one of those. Now remember, you can create a whole bunch of these and just save them for later or trash them if you're not sure about it. But if you like it, then go ahead and publish it. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to do a listing landing page. So I'll grab this button right here and drop it in there. There's the listing. And then down below, I want to have a market snap. So I'll drop that down there. And then from there, I want them to know that I'm their local expert. So I'll drop that down there. And then I want to have them, let's have them contact me. I'll put a lead form down here. And then I want them to download my app. I'll put that here. Good. Got all the junk in there that I want.
Adam, can we go back real quick? I think Lana is saying we're going too fast. Lana, can you unmute and tell us what you want us to go back to?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Well, where did we lose you?
On the new landing page template, and then he just started throwing stuff in there, and I don't know. Do that again, slower, please.
So the page that I'm on right now is the page that you come to when you click the consumer button. So this is the main page.
So these are one-time kind of, I call them throwaway sites, but they're one-page kind of websites just for people, for like ad landing pages or to make about a specific listing or a specific neighborhood or something like that that you want to feature, but you don't want to show up in the navigation of your website.
Cheers. Claire said to take a drink. Jeffrey, you plowed through that one.
I didn't know we were being judged.
I mean, it was just Malibu.
Oof. Keep on keeping on.
Okay, I'm going to go. Okay, she's on a blank landing page. I'm going to start from there. So let me jump back into this, create a new site, a standalone page, create the page. So let me go ahead and build this out real quick. Have that there. And then have that there. Actually, let's put this in. I already did that, didn't I? Yeah. And then let's go back up and add a market snap. That sounds like fun. And then we have the app at the bottom.
So while Adam's building this, he's really just taking some widgets here on the side, and he's trying to build out content that we're going to look at. And then when he goes and he gets configure widgets, which is the next step, it's going to ask for the property address. It's going to confirm some personal information so that all these things are customized to the way you want them to look.
If you look at the very bottom down here, you'll see configure widgets. When I click on that one, then that's when I can change that, or actually add header text because there isn't any. So we'll do 62C venture. Here's my name, all that stuff. Save and apply. And then you click this little arrow right here, 1 out of 6. This one is going to say, okay, well, what listing? So I'm going to browse listings. And this is going to pull up all of the listings in the MLS. So I'll go through and what's a good listing? Somebody give me one that they'd like to use an example for in the sidebar.
One that we know is in KWLS, so we have high resolution photos. 4426 South Rocheblave, Adam.
Rochambeau?
Rocheblave.
Oh, I know this listing agent. She's fun. So I can actually do it from the listing, or I can do a custom image if I want. So it has all the information in here. We'll click Save and Apply. Blam. There it is. And what I'll do is I will go one step back and change the text here. Cool. Save and apply. So you can see it automatically pulls in all this information about the property. And once again, if you look back to what was important to people, detailed features, information about the property, photos. This one looks like it has a floor plan on it too, so that's awesome. So we'll click next. And what's the zip code for this property? Or what neighborhood is this? Or yeah. Does anybody know anything about this one? Let's see. What's Uptown? Oh, Broadmoor.
It's 70125.
All right. 70125. South Base not there. Is it Central City or Fontainebleau? Sorry, I'm still new here. We'll say Broadmoor because that's what it looks like. Save and apply. So you'll see down here that it has an updated snap more. So this will tell them about the active listings, everything that's sold, average days on market, price per square foot, everything that people want to know. And then here's some stuff about me. The agent bio, mine's too long because it can only allow for 280 characters, and that was like 700, so I'll just delete that out.
There's some jealousy here, Adam. He's looking for, everyone's getting limited to 250 characters, and yours is a missive.
Yeah, mine was almost 2,000 characters, so I had to back that out.
Quoting Ayn Rand over here.
Yeah, you can see that I'm quoting her. Is that a good thing?
You got- I don't know.
Well, not directly quoting Ayn Rand. I was actually quoting Francisco d'Anconia.
Oh,
So
even better.
So in here, I'm going to put in the link to my app, which it should already have it, but KWRI app link / KW. If you guys don't know where to get the code that I'm putting in now, you can actually click into your consumer app and click on the U button, and below your agent, you'll see a code to share your app. And that's where I'm stealing this information from right now.
It's also in the site URLs section on your.
It is, but if you're building a landing page, then you can't really jump out of that to go get it. So that's why I just do it from there.
Right.
Interested, let's talk. You can change it to whatever you'd like. You'll have it as call me, beat me if you want to reach me. And then download my app. There you go. Done. Now we have this landing page completely built out with whatever we'd like on there. Pretty easy, huh?
So Adam, we got 20 minutes left. And we promised some people some Google and some advanced features. So would you like to show us some of those?
Yeah. I do want to go back into landing pages for one quick second. Because if you guys don't want to use these basic widgets here, there are content blocks that you can use. So you can add in images, you can add in your own text. You can break it up and say, oh, I want to have a full section or half, like break the page in half, break it in thirds, break it in sevens, whatever you want. So you can completely design, for the most part, completely design a lot of different things. I would stick with using the majority of widgets because it's just easier, but you can do your own content if you'd like. Cool. Before we jump into the last little part, are there any questions so far?
Adam,
Yeah, what's up, Aaron?
does this automatically, remember how I was asking about the Facebook tracker? Does this automatically track like who goes onto your website?
So the Facebook tracker that Aaron is talking about is called a Facebook pixel. And I don't know. Jeffrey, do you know what this site does? I know our market leader sites didn't they?
Yeah, you have the ability to use Google Analytics and Facebook tracking pixels. You're also, for those people that don't speak Klingon, you'll also get alerts if somebody logs into your page. So Adam, go click on your page, the preview of your page.
All right.
So see how it says login? If someone uses their login right there, which is the same as their login for the website, that will allow them to, the login for the app, that will allow them to continue their search there. That will allow them to, collaborate with their co-buyer, collaborate with you, and it's going to send you an alert now. If command will look good here for us. If you go back into command, Adam, hit refresh real quick. There you go. See that? See how he just got a ding up there in the bell? It says Adam Sahara just logged into your website a few minutes ago. So you get this on the Kelly app, as an alert. I think you get a fax and a woof.
A fax.
And
For those of
Anyway.
you wondering if I got it on my phone,
Yeah. Oh, your phone just went black. There it is. So it alerted him on. So that's incredibly powerful to know that someone's on your website. You know, one of your people, one of your clients is on your website right now.
and then you can
I
just
think
give
that's
them a call and say, "Hey, Holly, I was just thinking of you. I wanted to reach out. I know we hadn't talked in a little while. What's been going on?" And Holly's going to go, "Shut the front door. I was just looking at your website." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I guess my ears must have been burning." Then
Holly doesn't use language like that.
shut the front door? Oh, language. Sorry, she's the trucker of the group.
What of the group?
The trucker.
Not nice. Somebody forgot who cuts the checks over there.
Oh.
Oh, something
Yeah.
itches, Holly. Look at that. Okay, moving on. Let's end with some advanced stuff here. Give the people who have set up their websites,
Okay.
like Claire and Gina, some juicy stuff here because they've been hanging on for it.
Well, so I do want to show you with the landing pages. That's where you would use them in your designs. If you create a, actually, sorry, no, not design campaigns. If you're creating a new campaign based around your ad, this is where you would go, put in your ad of where you want it to run, set up your campaign. And this is where you would have the link for your, what is it called?
Share your screen, Adam.
Oh, I thought I was.
That was really exciting.
Yeah.
One time. I think the problem was he was drinking too much.
Yeah. You guys are making me nervous. I'm nervous drinking.
Okay, so what you did here was you went into campaigns, you exited consumer,
Yeah.
you went into campaigns, and now you're building a social post or an ad right through command. And this is something we're going to get to, everybody. It should be there.
So if I wanted to add a link here, and this is actually one of the questions that I was told I was going to address, is if I want to do a post about properties in the Irish Channel past 7 days, I would go to my website, I would click on Irish Channel, I would click on Mo, scroll down, reduced in 7 days, take this URL, copy that, go into here, and add the link. You can write your text, check out these properties that have reduced in the past 7 days. I can upload images that I've taken around the Irish Channel, or I can use one of my designs that I've created beforehand. And then from here, I can decide to publish it immediately. And what that will do is that will create a post for me on the Facebook that will lead back to this exact page right here. So to give you guys an idea, I can actually take this and I'll jump over to the chats, post it here. There you go.
So look, everybody, somebody used to tell me, hey, I like this house on Harmony Street or Phillip Street, 611 Phillip, what do you know about it? And I used to go to the Zillow app. I mean, I'll just be honest. Until a few months ago, I went to the Zillow app, and that's where I got the information, because logging into Matrix on your phone is just...
I would never.
It's awful. Totally miserable. So I would just go type it in Zillow. Well, now I can go type it in my app or on this website very quickly. And it tells me everything that MLS would tell me except for agent remarks, which I don't need to know.
Who cares?
That. Yeah, not really important. I'll check it out later. And it's really phenomenal. And when they ask me for information about it, like, hey, send me something on 611 Phillip Street. So click on that second listing. Yep, 635,000. I just forward them this link, and this is what they get. So it's really, really nice.
Sidebar on that: when you text them this link and they open it on their phone, it's going to get a little message at the bottom that says, You know, this would look a little bit more better if you viewed it from your phone or from my app, and it encourages them to download your app.
Yep.
And then when they download your app and log in, you get another ding.
Correct. So that's a pretty valuable one.
So is Tina's asking how can I make that a snapshot?
I'm not sure what you mean by a snapshot.
I mean, you can snap the Irish channel through Kelly, and that'll create a landing page for you. But if you wanted to do a snap of the Irish channel, then I would just click on the Irish channel and it'll tell you all of the information about it.
Look, I admit a Kelly snap or a neighborhood snap is different than the market snapshot widget that you can put on your website. And that's really frustrating to me because I would love to be able to show other properties underneath the property I'm promoting to them. But that's not there yet as a feature, but I would say it's coming. So stay tuned on that.
Is this what you were talking about, Tina?
I think she was talking about kind of putting that in with a listing, making a custom landing page with a listing. Yeah, kind of meshing all that together.
They can, we covered that. You just drop in the.
No, you can't get other people's listings. That's a weakness. You can't get other listings underneath when you feature a listing. Or you can't put it on a landing page, period, or an agent site page.
Yeah, on a landing page you can, but at the bottom of the site it'll have it.
Yeah, Claire, and I think you got a great point about what we put in our listing packets. I had somebody recently and they say, oh, so that's cool data. You captured the zip code for the Irish channel. Well, who knows what the zip code for the Irish channel is?
70115.
Okay, what else is 70115? I'm pretty sure it goes, all the way past Napoleon, right? So that would not be valuable data. So showing somebody what exactly is happening in the Irish channel and bringing your iPad with you, or saying, hey, pull out your phone and go to my website. I'm a big fan. I think listing packets are there for people to look at after you're with them. I'm a big fan of asking a lot of questions in the listing presentation. And if they start, nothing proves that you're digital like saying, hey, pull out your phone and go to my website and now type in Irish channel, New Orleans, and see what comes up and see how you can see all the properties here and all the different things. This is how you are going to be featured on my, on all Keller Williams websites across the world. Very, very powerful. That would be very different from brand X, who is currently posting things on Instagram that say, I'm virtual. I really find those posts interesting. I don't know what that means for a realtor to be virtual, but I think they're missing.
These are virtually a realtor. They're not quiet, but virtually they are.
Yeah. That's what Ladder and Bloom's going and posting around. I think this is proving it. This is putting your...
Jeffrey, you're not supposed to say names. This is recorded.
Oh, yeah.
I have to go back and edit that out now.
Schlatter and Schmoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Who's ready to wrap this class up with a special little fun activity? Oh, wow. Okay, everybody. All right. So this is where you guys are going to go to google.com/business. And what we're going to do is, I can sign in, but basically we're going to go ahead and get started with the business. Well, I guess I got to sign out. But what you want to do is click on Manage Now. And when that comes up, it's going to ask you what business. And what you can do is exactly what I had done, is you can go in here and type in your name. So I would put your name and Keller Williams Realty New Orleans. I had luxury because I'm fancy.
Adam,
Yeah.
if we were for Smatter and Schmoom last and they disabled our accounts, do you know if there's any way to get like our page back? Because
Yes,
I just tried to. Oh,
Can we take that? Maybe that's a good thing to take offline.
yeah.
our accounts are
I did the
disabled.
same thing with mine.
Yep, that's a
So-
good one to take offline. Thanks, guys.
So what you do is I would go in and type your name, comma, Keller Williams Realty New Orleans, and it's going to look. And if it's not going to find you, if you don't already have it, and that's when you'll go ahead and claim that business as your own. And go through and actually click that you're an agent and type in the office address, put in the actual office hours, and actually claim it as your own. And once you've done that and actually upload all the information, I'll stop for a second because some of you on the call might be able to plug right through and it'll verify everything. It'll send you a text message and you're good to go. Some people, it might go, well, hold on a minute, something off about this. We've got to mail you a card. In that instance, it's going to take, well, now probably 6.5 months with how slow everything is.
Well, we'll get you, your mail's in your slot. We're still sorting mail.
So it will ask you to verify your account through a postcard. When I first set mine up, I was pretty fortunate because it just verified it through a call or a text message. But some people will run into that, and you'll have to just wait, no way around it. But make sure that you're going through and filling out all of that information. It's really important to have that because you will show up on Google. I was actually telling Jeffrey, when I'm trying to get to the office, yes, you can all use the same office address. And in that, when I'm in my Beamer, and I'm typing in that I want to go to the office and I don't know how to get there, I'll do a point of interest search, and it'll actually come up as David Ernst, Keller Williams Realty New Orleans. I just there because I know he works there, and he'll take me to his office. So now that you guys are going to be competing against him, what you want to do is be active on there in as much as you would kind of with the Facebook. So you can actually make posts on there, and you can upload videos and definitely to your site. And there's so much that they have to offer inside of there that will help you rank higher. One other thing that you can do on there is get reviews. And that's one of the most important things on ranking high. Because when I was in Destin, if you searched for Destin luxury real estate, a map came up on the side along all the other results, and I was the first person on there. Because for there, I had a handful of reviews of people going there and actually putting information. So the more that you're using Google and the more you're encouraging people to go and put reviews on there, the higher up you're going to rank. So I know that was a lot of Google stuff really quick, a little dirty. So what kind of questions do you guys have so far about anything we've covered today? For the recorded version of this, it will be on our YouTube. And if you watch it on YouTube, make sure that you like the video and you click subscribe so you can be alerted of all of the new videos that we have that are coming up.
Also, for the YouTube, you probably want to click the little bell notification to get notified whenever y'all post something new. I know like a lot of things happen like that, you know what I mean?
Thank you, Aaron. Yes, click the bell too. Any questions? Was that a lot? Too much? Too little? Am I helping or hurting?
Always helping.
Oh, great. And I want to let you guys know that I'm always available whenever it is. You guys can call, text, email. I've met with people even today. They had a question. I instantly jumped onto a Google Meet, showed them my screen, and walked through the whole process of different things. So I'm always going to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to be available for you guys. And I understand that, you know, our times are a little bit different.